from Penny. I think Sister Susie is in the basement studio.
I am.
Yes. Slight satellite delay there. She's so far away now.
Yeah.
She's in the Uber basement. Matt's next door. So Penny sends today's tale. Penny, thank you. Father Simon, Sister Susie, brother from another gutter. My name is Penny, and my confession dates back to Liverpool in 1995 when I was 14. It concerns sunburn and sandwiches. May 1995 had been a glorious month. The sun was out every day and it was hot, hot, hot. And I was fed up, being in a classroom Monday to Friday, staring out of the window, watching people enjoying the sunshine, whilst I was just learning pointless algebra. I mean, x plus y equals 2a minus 4ac. What's the point of that? I mean, obviously, I now realise it's a unifying thread of almost all maths and essential for any study of science, engineering and economics. But back then, back then, let me out.
Yeah.
Good qualifications and qualifying lines in there, I thought. Myself and my sister, says Penny, who had just started a YTS scheme, youth training scheme, I believe, back in the day, concocted an idea. I would skive off school and she would bunk off work, and off we would go to the beach for the day. This wasn't a particularly elaborate plan, but it was better than algebra, or so we thought. So Friday came, off we went, me in my school uniform, her in her office outfit. We sneaked into the toilets at the railway station and changed into our summer outfits. So we arrived at Freshfields Beach. It was glorious. The sun was blazing down, the sea was glistening. We placed our towels down and the sunbathing began. I regret to report no sun cream in sight. Do not try this when you next get to sunbathe.
Obviously.
We're so responsible. So responsible. Well, actually, this feature isn't particularly, but that little bit was. After a few hours of turning, making sure we got the sun everywhere, it dawned on us that we hadn't brought any dinner and only had coppers between us. This does make it sound like it's 1960. We had tuppence farthing.
Yes.
Anyway, having spent all our money on the train fare, actually getting there in the first place, we decided to call it a day and headed back. Climbing over the sand dunes, we came across a big surprise. A huge hamper was nestled in the dunes in the tufty grass. But what was it doing there? Why was it there and who had left it? It had clearly been abandoned, without a thought to the rules of littering or a care for the environment and the state of the world. Don't these people watch the news? Anyway, we opened it up. You won't believe what had been left behind. Fancy sandwiches, prawn, egg, salmon, the works, beautiful cakes, deluxe crisps, which normally means balsamic vinegar, and sea salt from Mesopotamia or something like that. Of course. And truffle. Who needs truffle on crisps? Who knew? Anyway, they're very tasty. And in a cooler, ice-cold drinks, handmade chocolates, and a bottle of champagne.
Wow!
Father Simon was like Christmas come early. We stuffed our faces and filled our stomachs. Also, we listened to a radio that had been left behind.
Oh, right. All of these things have been abandoned, have they?
Supergrass, Blur, Oasis, all on the radio. Who would leave all this behind? Careless vandals, that's what the answer was. Then, something caught our eye. A ring box, which, when opened, contained a diamond ring.
No.
What?
Oh, no.
As we were admiring this gem, a couple came over the hill. Wet from a good long swim, they gave us a look of horror. We went white. Well, we were pink, but we went white. It dawned on us that the feast hadn't been abandoned. Quelle surprise. Worst of all, it had been a surprise for the lady. The man with her was clearly planning a proposal. I suppose it could have been the other way around, but no, that's what Penny thinks. Mortified, instead of apologising, we jumped up and ran as fast as we could. So we weren't that mortified, actually. Mortified, instead of apologising, we jumped up and ran as fast as our burnt legs would carry us over the sand dunes and out of sight. Thank you, cellos. We were so embarrassed. We had ruined what was meant to be one of the romantic moments of their life We were awful human beings, says Penny. Nature has a way of punishing us, of course. We'd been lying in the 30-degree sun for hours without factor 30. We were burnt to a crisp. We couldn't walk properly. We were so stiff and sore we looked like 2 bottles of tomato ketchup. I particularly looked ridiculous. I will never forget that day, and it's like a comical folk legend in our family. Even now I wonder if the lady actually accepted the proposal and if they're still together. I'd like to think so, and I'm sure they remember those 2 teenage girls who ate their lunch and ruined their special
Yes.
moment. And here's the final phrase, and hopefully remember us fondly.
I'm sure they do.
We'd like to say sorry for eating and drinking most of their luxury hamper. We were doing it for the environment and the planet.
Oh, what?
The planet was our number one concern. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Sister Susie, what do you say to Penny for the picnic story?
Penny, I feel like you should have twigged a bit earlier on, because obviously it hadn't been abandoned. But also, that gentleman's an idiot for leaving the ring box there with the ring inside.
That is also true.
Luckily, someone didn't steal that. However, I can't forgive Penny simply for the fact that they didn't have any sun cream. That is unforgivable.
Yes.
Not allowed. Not forgiven for
That
me.
that jewellery could be gathering dust.
It could be.
Somewhere. Anyway, brother from another...
Well, I happen to know that beach at Freshfields, and it's rather posh. So that's going to rather inform my decision.
How can a beach
The
is a beach?
that beach, believe me, it's pretty posh.
What?
And also that bloke with his leaving his hamper, putting the rest of us who did sort of standard proposals, to shame. Oh no, I've got a hamper and it's got the ring and it's got all the truffle shavings and all of that in. Unlucky sunshine, living in Freshfields with your truffle shavings. Not this time. So I choose to forgive.
Oh, you are? Okay, you are
Yeah.
going to forgive... So you're going to
Okay.
forgive Penny?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.